Go. Okay, I'm a traditional bow hunter and a survivalist. The reason why I'm putting this video out there is to talk about my experience casting for alone. Okay, I was out of work. I had to shut my gym down because of the coronavirus, and I had the time to do it. So I decided I was going to do the show. People said that I should do the show, that I had a good chance of winning it, and I believed in my skills. So whatever. So I decided to cast for the show. So I got the forms off the internet, whatever, cast it for the show. Had to use my girlfriend's cell phone because I didn't have a cell phone. I don't have a smartphone. So whatever, they get back to her and they want to contact me. So whatever, so I got to wait for a certain day. So it's supposed to be at 1 o'clock. Whatever, they get a hold of me at 5 o'clock. Congratulations. This is the hilarious part. You have been chosen to be casted on alone. So I'm like, right on. Oh, our producer down here loves your pictures, he loves your story, blah 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 blah. And then at the end, buddy says, oh, you're gonna have to wire transfer us $500 to start your casting. So I'm like, whoa, well, I don't have 500 bucks. The first thing buddy says is, what, you're not that interested? So now I'm like, kind of feel, okay, well, I'm gonna try to come up with the money. So he's like, well, have it by 6 o'clock. So I come up with the money. It's even late. I borrow the money, transfer the money over there, whatever. Don't hear nothing from them for the longest time, whatever. So I'm thinking, oh, did I get scammed? So then all of a sudden somebody gets a hold of me and says that they want to have a Skype call with me. So whatever, we have a Skype call. And she says that there was a scam or whatever about the 500 bucks. You weren't supposed to pay that money, but whatever. But then I was thinking, I got this far, so I didn't know what's going on. So I was like, okay, whatever. But she wants to cast me for a different show, and it's going to be in October, and she can't tell me where, but we're going to go in the bush, and it's going to be a hunting, cooking, survival show. So I'm like, right on, man. It's right up my alley, what I do. So I'm like, well, what about alone? And she says, well, it could overlap. So I decided to cast for this one. So she says, send me a little bit of video of you fishing and catching fish and cleaning and cooking. So I was in 3 days in the bush in Algonquin Park, and I sent her this video. Never heard nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. October comes around, so I get my girlfriend to send her an email. And she says, well, we can't tell you about the show, but your boyfriend hasn't been casted. So I'm like, okay, well, they're not being as nice now, but what do you expect? They got my 500 bucks. So I'm like, whatever, I'm going to cast for season 10 on alone. So I go out for almost the whole hunting season, 65 days, and survive in the bush. Use it as training. Use even less tools than they do on alone. Second week in, I shoot a deer, 4-point buck. Beautiful little buck, and I smoke the meat, and I really use that meat to survive off the land. I didn't have a smartphone. I didn't, this isn't shit that you could do in your backyard. So I send them this video, and I'm thinking, well, she said I was on my way to being on alone, and this should really get me on, at least get me to the boot camp so I could show these guys what I got. Guess what? I don't hear shit. So if anybody else has been through the same thing as me, did I get scammed? Is this just another fake reality show? Like, 500 times 1,000, that's 500,000. That could pay off one of these internet celebrities. I don't know. I'm not looking to get famous on the internet for my YouTube videos or anything. I only posted the ones that some of the stuff that I did in my survival to show people what I got. So give me back some feedback if anybody sees this. Let me know what's up. If you've been through the same thing, I'd like to hear about it. Okay, thanks guys. Bush Dog 101 over and out, baby.